Welcome to the Scoop World Order. I've got the fastest player to ever wear the scarlet and gray today. I've got the great Ted Ginn Jr. How you doing today, my man?
I'm good. What's up, Kirk?
Man, you 14 years in the league. You still going? Still trying to go? You still in shape? Ready to run?
Oh yeah, I'm still in shape. I'm ready to run. I'm up in the air right now, but it's still in me.
Where you at right now? Where you living?
I'm in Florida, Miramar, hanging with the fam, wife and kids.
How many kids you got?
3 twins. They're 11. And I got a little baby girl. She's 4.
Oh, that's awesome. You got a son? You got Ted Ginn the third?
Yeah, I got me a third.
That's right. That's right.
For sure.
Is he got dad's speed? That's what everybody wants to know.
Nah, not yet. It could come.
Not yet.
Not yet, but my daughter is pretty fast though.
Oh, I hope. I mean, God, daddy. I mean, come on now. I mean, those genetics are like liquid platinum, man. Come on. You don't get no better than that.
I'm trying to find her track coach right now.
What? You got a mirror? Look in a mirror real quick and say, what's up?
Yeah, for sure. But
like, who's gonna teach her better?
Man. I gotta let her to get the basics before I come in. I see it a different way sometimes, so I don't want her to be discouraged. So I want her to go somewhere and really learn. Somebody really take the time with her, and then in a couple of years I can get her in my hands, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll.
Man, I love it, man. There's nothing better than kids, right? I got another one coming in June. I got one little son right now, and nothing beats your kids. It's awesome.
Nothing.
You're
the man. They make you the man.
I'm telling you, man. It makes you grow up fast, man. These kids, it's like having a little broke best friend, man, because they don't pay for nothing. They want to eat. They want all this good stuff, and it's all on daddy to bring the meat home. So, brother. But I'm gonna start off. When you were younger, were you always the fastest kid, or were you a late bloomer? Talk a little bit about developing your talent and your speed when you're coming up through 7th, 8th, 9th grade into Glenville.
Well, just coming out, I've been playing ball for so long, since I was about 7. So, about 8 through 10, 8 through 12, I was considered one of the fastest kids on the team. Mm-hmm. And then 13 through 15, I was considered one of the slowest kids on the team. And then when I got to high school, and I had guys like Dante Whitner, Darius Hiley, Troy Smith, Pierre Woods, different variety of fast guys around me. You know what I'm saying? We was going to camps and different things, and I was clocking in at like 5 flat, 5'1". And I'm like, man, how are we all the same age? These guys rolling like this. But the difference in football at the time and track, I was faster than everybody in track, but I wasn't faster than everybody in football speed. So my 9th grade year in track, I outside of Dante and Darius, I was the fastest track guy. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of ironic, but that's how it went. And then I just put the work in and track my 9th grade year that made me come back my 10th grade year. Then I was dropping 4.4. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I was dropping 4.4. And then it just went from there.
And so what changed? Like, did your running technique, did you start lifting more? What made that dramatic drop? I mean, obviously you hit puberty, go through your maturities, but what changed?
I mean, exactly what you said. My father started putting me around different trainers that was teaching us different things. Like we had Tim Roberts, we had Eric Lichter. We all started like the same time. Like Eric Lichter had us in football, had LeBron in basketball, back with us in track. You know what I'm saying? So he had the talent around, so we was all grinding at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So when me going up there, and then competitiveness that I had through the older guys on the football team, and then the guys that I came in with, and then just watching a guy like Dante Whitner, like, man, Dante played in the we played in the Muni League championship game as he was in the 9th, I was in the 8th. So when we go to the 10th and I go to the 9th, we were sitting on the bench at the same time. And then next thing you know, the end of that season, he done started in the first playoff game that our city ever been in and had the most tackles than anybody on the team. He was only a sophomore.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting next to him like, man, how did he do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm working out with him every day. So then my sophomore year, I came back, I was fast. We went to a 7-on-7 tournament. You know, my dad was the head coach. So it was like I was going just to be going. Like a lot of things that was going on, I was going just to be going. I was the coach's son. Like, I had a little talent, but I was really like the coach's son. So 7-on-7 went, I'm like number 8, 9, 10. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't part of the 7 guys, no matter if it's offense or defense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and a couple guys didn't show up, so it made it to where I had to play. So we went out there, we was playing Whitcliffe. I'll never forget it. We was playing Whitcliffe in the 7-on-7, and I flourished. Like, I had 2 picks, couple knockdowns, couple catches, touchdown. Like, I just flourished. So then, you know, all the guys was happy, like all the older guys. You know, everybody was like, Lil Ted. Like, Lil Ted could play. That's who I was. I was Lil Ted. I wasn't Teddy Ginn. I wasn't Thato. I was Lil Ted.
Theodore.
Like, I was Lil Ted, like just what it was. So it was like, oh, they was happy Lil Ted play, whoop, whoop. And I really opened some of the coaches' eyes outside of my dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it just kept going. It just kept going. To where, like, the season come around, my father like, well, I'm gonna put you back on JV. And everyone, for some of the coaches at the time, like, nah. And some of the players, they like, nah, we need Ted up here with us. Like, he balling. End up starting at corner that year. And that's Troy's senior year. So I ended up playing at corner. I ended up starting at corner that year. Led the team in picks. You know, did my thing on offense because, you know, I had hosted guys on offense at that time. And then it just carried on. I went back to track. And nobody beat me in the state as a sophomore. You know, I lost twice. I lost to dude out of Wayne and dude out of Youngstown. And then after that, I just kicked butt for 2 years straight.
I love it. Were you surprised that Soup didn't make it?
You know, Soup is my big brother, and nothing I could say, you know, like,
I love
never
Soup.
heard us.
I came in with Soup, like Superman.
Soup could have did it. But just knowing Soup background and knowing him our whole life, like, it was hard for him.
Yeah.
If Soup would have came in and they would have did Soup like they did me, like just put me right on the field and let me play, I think he'd have had a better shot. But letting Soup just chill for that year and me knowing who Soup was, you seen what happened.
How important is it for a guy who potentially could get homesick? You know, redshirting sucks. I mean, I was right next to Soup. I was in that same class with redshirt. It's like the most miserable experience in the world because you just feel like such a scrub because you don't play, you know, and you don't travel, you know, you don't go to the away games, and that's when a lot of these guys get caught up in the mix. How important is it for you to get on that field and keep the regularity of playing football along with school, like the whole kind of package together?
I just think it's different roles that you have to play, and it's different things that happen to different people. Like, there's no real way to say, man, you got to get on the field, or I got to flourish my first year. Like, it just worked different for different people. The thing about it is going out there and finding the right people that you put yourself around to help you out when them times come. So like when I got homesick, I had a Deontay Johnson, I had a Sergio Welch, I had an Eric Hall,
Yeah.
where their family took me in
Yeah.
with no problems, knowing that I was 2 hours away. I ain't had my mom, I didn't have my dad. They being 20 minutes or 30 minutes away from the schoolhouse, and they bring you over for dinner on Sundays and cook it for you on certain days of the week, and like just doing different things to where like opening their house up, even if the boy's not there, like you're able to come, lay your head down, go to sleep, like do
Yeah.
whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so just having them different people like that around you outside of, being able to go in the facility, like if you get bored, go in the facility, work out, watch film, like,
Yeah.
better yourself than just think about, man, I want to be at home doing nothing. You just want to be at home. Like,
Yeah.
so it's just really just finding the things around the school that's not trouble that make you want to go. You know what I'm saying? And that was some of the things that helped me out a lot. And then with me having so many friends or so many brothers from the same school at the time, you know what I'm saying, I was able to go, excuse me.
You good, bro?
I was able to go over Troy house. I was able to go over Dante house. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had Curtis Terry, like, you know what I'm saying? Jamario, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I had different people that I can, like, really depend on when things was hard.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool because like I lived right by Dante, Santonio, Hamby, RJ. I lived with TJ. Nate, Sally was right next door. So it was cool. We all lived in the same apartment complex, all within like 20 yards of each other. It was great. So it was like, it's cool when you got people to kick it with that, Got a couple questions from my Scoop family. My dude Jay Buck asked, what's your favorite NFL team / city that you were in? Because you've been in a bunch of them, man. But what is it? I was in Miami and San Francisco with you, so I could see either of those two.
Well, I can't discredit no city or no team, because every team I had a blast or I learned something from. Like my first 3 years in Miami, I was young. We went 1-15. Like, fresh out the gate. I go from barely losing 3 games in the last 2 years to losing 15 games. Really 14 games in a row. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just learning how to lose.
Yeah.
Like it might not sound right, but it's real. Like, you gotta learn how to lose sometimes to win.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I first came into the league, I really learned how to lose to make me want to win. So the next year we came back and now we took Miami Dolphins to the playoffs. So that ain't happened since 15 years or something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm part of history right there. You know what I'm saying? Getting traded out there to San Francisco. I get out there to everybody was number 1 picks. Like everybody. When I went to San Francisco, it was like they sent us to dead. It was just like all the greats that they felt like wasn't doing nothing. We're gonna send him out here to San Francisco and let them just perish. Like, so when we got out there, it was like I got around them but superstars. But we were supposed to be washed up though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just the camaraderie that we had, brotherhood that we had right there, we went to the Super Bowl. We didn't win it, but we went to the Super Bowl and everybody knew their role and everybody played their role. we had fun for the next 2 years, to where like some of them people are my best friends to this day. Or we might not talk all the time, but when we do talk, we like how we is.
Oh yeah.
Like we didn't went through some stuff. We brothers, like, you know what I'm saying? So we catch right back up easily. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and then just different times, the cities rock when you win it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when we was doing our thing, my second year in Miami, you couldn't tell me nothing in Miami. Like, I thought I was Dan Marino. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh yeah.
we went and we started winning in San Francisco. You couldn't tell me nothing. And, I wasn't the show or nothing like that. I was more special teams, reverse, big play type guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed it though. That was my role. So I felt like Jerry Rice. Like, we was winning, we was having fun, I was making an impact. I wasn't catching 15 balls a game, but my 2 or 3 or my punt return or whatever was needed, or it was, it was a show, like, you know what I'm saying? So I was fine. End up leaving there, going to Carolina for my first time and playing with Steve Smith and getting the opportunity to play with Cam and different things like that, and having Ricky Pro, and Riverboat, and all the guys that I played with there. Like, you know what I'm saying, man? It was just great to just come somewhere where, I was back at a pedestal where Ricky Pro told me, like, I need to see it. And I was in my 6th year. Yeah, I was in my 6th year. So he like, man, I need to see it. I know you could do punt return and kickoff return, but I need to see it as a receiver. You know what I'm saying? So that was outside of Robisky with Miami. That was like my real first time somebody was like, here go a shot. It's in your hands. And it's up to you to kind of fuck it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I got in my bag. Like, now I ain't got to worry about who coming in or what the team like, or it's already Brendan LaField, it's already Steve Smith. They're the 2 top guys. So I'm just fighting for this 3rd spot. Or I'm gonna go to work. Now, you know what I'm saying? End up winning the 3rd spot. I end up coming in on 3rd downs. Shit, I was the best 3rd down receiver after that. As I ended up going to Arizona. Went to Arizona, thought that they was in love with me, thought they was gonna play me, went out there thinking that I was gonna get the opportunity, and didn't play me at all. I did punt return, kickoff return, it cut me. You know what I'm saying? So now I didn't got traded, I got cut, and I'd have been a free agent. And now I'm going on year 8. Like, and then I go back to Carolina. And when I went to Carolina, it was like almost going to O State again, like, or being at Glenville. Like, I knew the city, I knew everybody in the city, I knew half of the team. Like, it was back to go play football again. And when I came in, it was like the guys that didn't know me knew me because of the guys that was on the team. Like, we got Ted back, like, and that time I was big bro, I was OG, I was, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? So when I came in like, okay, it's on. And we went to the Super Bowl. Hate that, Benjamin went down at the time, but it kind of helped our team in some type of fashion. You know what I'm saying? And me, Philly, my Buckeye brother, and Devin Funches, he a brother, even though he a Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? We put our hard hats on when we went to work, and my guy Kotri, and that was like some of the best times ever because they felt like every game we went in with that core of receivers, they always said that we weren't gonna win or we won shit.
Mm-hmm.
And we had that on our back that whole year. Like they had us no name receivers, like, you know what I'm saying? And we just always went to work and always believed in each other, and we checked each other, and we went by our code, you know what I'm saying? Like oldest to youngest, and we did everything the right way. We hung out, you know what I'm saying? We did everything that a receiver core is supposed to do. Looked out for each other, and we made it work. We didn't get the dub at the end, but between that receiver core and that San Francisco receiver core, and me being the tip of it all is San Francisco. I mean, is the Saints, is because of my maturity and who I was for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really seen that I knew the game. I really seen that I was an OG. I really seen that it ain't that much time left. And then I played with a GOAT. Not saying that Cam not a GOAT, not saying that Alex Smith, or not saying Chad Pennington or Chad Henne, or I had about 4 Chads in Miami. like everybody else are GOATs too, because we all made it to play in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But to play with a guy like Drew Brees and understand what he about, and go out there and put the runs on that we did, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's like the tip of the iceberg, because I had more little brothers with me as Marshawn Lattimore, Justin Hardy, I had Shane Wynn. You know, I had a glimpse with my guy Jerome Elliott. Like, you know what I'm saying? These all little brothers from my actual hometown, my actual city. Like, my father coached every single last one of them. So be able to play in the league with them, set up 4 brothers, and then play with Troy Smith, Dante Whitner, and then play against Pierre Woods in the NFL, the guys who started it. Like, I had no regrets about no team I've been on or no city I done been in. Like, I enjoyed every last one of them. They done gave me their best. I done gave them their best, and I could go to any of them anytime I want to.
Talk a little bit about how Lloyd Carr did Pierre Woods in the end, and that's why, I mean, the Michigan pipeline was shut off for a long time from Glenville. Like, talk a little bit about that, because I mean, Frank Clark was the first guy to go there, like, in a long time.
But you know, that went, because you know, for real, Michigan was like my front runner, because I was playing corner.
Yeah, Charles Woodson, of course.
So Charles Woodson was my favorite player. Was one of my favorite players, but I was Charles Woodson, Deion Sanders. Like, it was my guys. Peter Ward, like, you know, like anybody that was playing kind of like two-way.
Yeah.
Punt return, kick off, like, I was in love with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wore the deuce. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Michigan was really like one of my front runners. And with Pierre Woods being my big brother, like he was at the time and still is, like, you know, like, you know, you want to go with somebody comfortable that you know. Like, you know what I'm saying? So Pierre was up there. Troy had just got to Ohio State, and it was kind of like a hassle for Troy to get in Ohio State. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For whatever reason. So, you know, everything was kind of linked to Michigan. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I came about, it was probably like 3 weeks before, like, you could stop talking to everybody, and visits and all that was set up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I had reached out to Pierre, like, why Michigan ain't came and said nothing to me? Like, he like, I don't know. So I guess he went in the lower car, like, why y'all, back to what I said earlier, like, why y'all ain't talking to Lil Ted? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was something like they had heard on the internet that I had verbal committed to Ohio State. And that had never happened. So Pierre, like, he ain't did that. Like, he's still waiting on y'all. Like, and then by the end, when they came back, I was so hot that they ain't had their respect for real to just hit me up. Like,
Yeah.
you just gonna believe in the internet?
Oh man.
And it was over with.
That's crazy.
It was over with. And then Pierre couldn't catch us. If you ever
Man.
see us play, if you ever see, like, I don't care what nobody say, I give Pierre the most credit ever. If you ever see any other big time play, that man running his ass off, trying to get us, trying to tackle, like trying to do this, trying to do that, and you got to realize how much we feared Pierre as like I came in as Pierre when I was in the 9th grade.
Yeah.
Now you get what I'm saying? And I was like 135, if that.
Yeah.
Pierre's to come to my house and eat 2 pizzas, my mother's a cookie, 2 hamburgers, 3 milkshakes, and drink a gallon of water. Like, promise to God. I need to eat, man. So just imagine we go live one day in practice, and I've been talking stuff to Pierre for probably like a month and a half. Me and my best friend, we'll take his lunch in school every day.
Yeah.
Like Pierre get like 4 lunches and put on the table. You know, you get the little tray lunches. You probably went through that.
Oh yeah.
So he got 4 lunches on the table. And he got 6 cookies, 2 milks, like, you know, all that. Mm-hmm. And they giving that shit to him for free. And we taking it. We need to take his food in. And both my name was Lil Ted, his name was Lil C. And he just, Lil Ted, Lil C, like, we used to fuck with him every day. Until that day that my father let us go live, he hit me so hard in my back. You know, I stepped back on like a 5-step drop because I played quarterback. And he hit me so hard. So
never again.
Never again. He would never touch me
again. Ever.
No, I never let him put his hands on me again. I'm shaking you every chance I get.
He never got past me. I won against him in 05. He played D end. Never got past me. So I kept you and Troy clean. It was good.
Yeah, that was good because he probably really wanted to, like, we used to fuck with Troy, man. I mean, we used to fuck with Pierre, man, but we ain't know no better, though. Like, that was our OG. Like, that was our big bro. Yeah. Like, we ain't know no better, man. I ain't know he was that powerful until he hit me that time. And I was like, oh, I never let him touch me again. I remember I dodged him one time, Miami versus New England.
Patriot. Did you?
Get out of here, Pierre.
Never let him hear the end of that. What would you, if you were fully healthy and trained up, what do you think you would have ran at the combine? That's the question. I had 20 people ask me, what does Ted think he would have ran at the combine? Fully trained up, healthy.
I probably would have ran somewhere between 4.28, 4.22, somewhere up in there.
I'm just telling you, like, I was like, dude's like Tyreek Hill before Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, man. You know, man, but you really seen it, like Kirk. Like, you really seen it in practice, like when nobody would see it, like reverses and slants and like just like. You remember that one time? You remember that one time we was in the indoor this was like this had to be my sophomore year.
Mhm.
Yeah, this like us getting ready
Notre Dame.
just like us getting ready for like Texas or something. And I remember we was having a practice. It was O versus D. We was an indoor, and we was working on like a 4th and 1, like a 4th and 1, 3rd and 2 type deal.
Yeah.
Going against AJ Hawk, Bobby
Yeah.
Schlago,
Yeah.
Dante Whitner, Nate.
Mhm.
Remember that? And they gave me that jet sweep, and they took me all the way to the sideline,
Yeah.
and I reverse field.
Oh no, I've seen that before. You did that, man. It was over because guys can't change direction fast enough when you used to do that stuff.
Man, I remember Coach Hazel cussed me out. Boy, what are you doing? Don't you ever do that? I remember Chess like, let him play, please. Let him play that.
Dude, I remember against Oklahoma State, you made Bowman would always ask us, what's our favorite offensive play? And mine would always be whatever Ted is, X or Z around right. I was because against Oklahoma State, we ran a reverse U and I murdered the middle linebacker. Like I would have been thrown out for targeting for sure.
44.
Exactly. Oh my God. Murdered him. Like, I mean, like he didn't see me coming. He's looking at you and he turns. And it was like one of those ones where it's like every hang clean I'd ever done in my life came out and just like a big, and I mean, ankles up in the air. Oh my God.
See, you don't know how bad I was so happy. You know that play.
44. You do, you know the guy's number. Yeah, it was Lawrence Pinson. I remember his name. I hit him so hard.
Listen, he messed with me for the whole week.
No way.
How you had to do the different events?
Yeah.
You know how like we used to see them?
Yeah.
He messed with me the whole week. I'm talking about the whole week. Like, man, I'm knocking you out the game. Like everywhere we went, like he was always fucking with me, man.
I never knew this.
Forget 44. I never forget 44. 44 hit me one time in the game. I'm talking about smack me. Bomb. He said, that's the first one. And I was hot. And then you got him. And then I got him on the draw.
Yeah.
Because he went left and I came back. I went right, came back left. I got him. And then I got him when I caught that hitch on the sideline when I made everybody miss.
Yeah.
Back door. Yeah. I was so happy you got 44, boy.
I never knew this. I never knew this. I don't do this any backstory. I just cleaned the guy. I mean, I killed him, like murdered him. And like you're probably running by, you're looking down, you see him laying on the ground dead, and you're like, oh yeah.
Got him.
My boy's got him. Body bag.
They kept saying they the real OSU.
No, we ate their lunch, dude. I never knew that. That makes me feel great. You know,
I'm telling you, bro. I never knew 44.
Little
and then they had like a 7 or something like that. Cause that's the game Troy ain't play, so everybody really thought that they was gonna whoop us. Justice Sir Rick throw a hitch and pull his hamstring. That's crazy.
This trying to put you in a quarterback for good. Who do you think is the best player in Glenville history?
Who do you think is the best player in Glenville history? It's so many. I watch so many. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch so many eras from a young kid to past me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, of course, I'm gonna say myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I in multiple sports. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't like the 30. I won the 27 and 10 on the basketball court, but I held my own. Like, you know what I'm saying? Track and football, like I got numbers up there that it's hard to take people 4 years to get together. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of guys, different eras, man. that's just raw. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying? But just didn't get the opportunity to show it on a different level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like just the 90 guys, man. Like so we had Chris Chambers.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. He was raw.
you got some backs that I could say that you will never know. That's raw.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
like so man, it's just man, I just say like our history is so many greats. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. But
You
out of mine, I would say my top guy that I seen my 4 years would be Darius Hyland.
that's,
And the
that's what
next one,
everybody says, man. Soup.
and then
You know?
the next one, you can't take it away from him would be Dante Woodman.
Oh yeah.
Because the way he used to come downhill and hit guys, we ain't never see that. We ain't used to see that.
See, that's what I said was the biggest difference between 05 and 06. Like when Florida ran all their little screens and horizontal stuff, if we had Dante, there's no way. I mean, Dante was so fast and he was so good. Like I was like,
Nate.
Dante, what's up?
Him and Nate back there was a 1-2 punch. Him, Nate, and then you bring Tyler Everett in there with them.
And Ashton.
Like, yeah. But I'm just saying like that three safety deal where Tay come in that box and then you put Nate and Everett at the top.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Head off.
Yeah. And they got a lot of speed. So this is when, like with the Florida game, when Roy tackled you and your leg broke, did you know like instantly you were done? Because I had no idea. Like literally, I was in the second quarter and I was like, where's Ted at?
So when Roy jumped on me on the celebration or whatever, like I felt it right then and there, like pah. But I got spat on, I got a lot of stuff on. So you know how like sometimes like your foot will crack or you'll pop your foot.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was thinking it was something like that. Like,
yeah.
So when I got to the sideline, it just started burning. Like burning. I'm like, oh my God, like what is this? Like it felt like I had like some icy hot on there or something. Like it just burning. And then it just went like numb. So I got it, spat it again, tight. And that's when they came right back and kicked and they came right down to score.
Yeah.
So then we come back, I do the kickoff return. They kicked a little bullshit ass bouncer or something to me. I ain't really good going. And they came out, remember they threw it out to me. And I caught it with one hand. And dude took me out of bounds. And that's not went to the sideline. Like I couldn't even put no pressure on this motherfucker.
Damn. I forgot you came back in the game.
Yeah. Then I went to the side. I went to the back. And that's when they tried everything. I tried everything to come back in that game. Tried everything. I couldn't. Nothing stopped it. Nothing stopped that. I couldn't put no pressure down. Couldn't put no pressure. That was like the worst feeling in the world.
Oh, I can't imagine because like, dude, you're by definition, you're our highest draft pick. You're the best receiver by far on the field, best player on the field. Played 14 years in the league, so by any metric, you're by far the best guy on the field. And it's like we lost you. People are like, well, you know, he's not worth 34 points. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, when the defense has to play a high safety and watch Ted because he can take them deep on any play, because you cooked like Aaron Ross at Texas, like every first round DB you went against, you cooked. So it's like, you know, when you're back there, dude, it's easier for Pitt, Beanie, Gonzo, everybody. It's like, you know, it's like you take Tyreek Hill off the Chiefs. Like, I mean,
yeah,
Kelsey's good, but I mean, he don't scare you like Tyreek Hill scares you. You know, you were Tyreek Hill before Tyreek Hill. I mean, you were the original. It's like, I don't know. Like I all credit to Florida. They won, they beat us, whatever. But it's like, man, it's like if you took Tim Tebow off of the 08 Florida team on the first play of the game, then how are they going to do?
We'd see
you were
something.
like, you are our Tebow. And I mean, people say, oh, he's not a quarterback. Well, I'm like, well, I mean, watch the Michigan game, dude. You had 8 catches, 100 yards, a touchdown, fear factor guy on punt return, kick return. Like, you ran the kick back to start the game. Like, I mean, come on, So, but dude,
and then I had everybody in front of me. Like I had Calvin Johnson had went, Sidney Rice had went, Dwayne Bowe had went. Like everybody had went for something crazy, like 180, 175, So I had these numbers in my head. I'm like, man, at that time I was playing QB. Remember, we had a whole game package.
Absolutely.
Like when I was playing quarterback, I was throwing it, I was running it. Like Treasure's about to let me just have a day, and I popped it off so cold, so everything was going like in our favor. Like, oh yeah, here we go.
We had the Ted. It was going to be the Ted Ginn extravaganza versus Florida, and I was like, I was ready for it because it was like we're breaking out that Alamo Bowl stuff that we popped, and like that was like you had coming out games against Michigan, but like that Alamo game, we were the only game on TV, night game, and you kept reversing field it. So they kept saying it was like you, Reggie Bush, and Hester, the 3 electricity guys in football. And I remember Herb Street said that, and I was like, yeah, you're right. And I was like, fuck, those are the 3 fastest, shiftiest, scariest guys. I mean, you get those guys in the open field, they're gone. No one's catching them. Dude, well, dude, I don't want to keep you, man. But I love you, man. I really do. You look great. I'm so happy for you. Family. Can we do this again sometime? That'd be cool.
Yeah, whenever, man. Whenever you need me, man, just call me, man.
Can I send you some Scoop gear? Would you wear a Scoop shirt?
For sure.
Brand, man. Dude, I love it.
For sure.
Dad,
I got some things.
What's up?
I said I got some things coming up when I'll be back that way. So, I'll just hit you up and let you know where I'm at.
Oh, let's grab dinner, man. I'd love to see you. It'd be great. You can come shop at my house. I just got a new house. Like, I'd love to see you. Bring the fam, bring everybody. But I love talking to your dad about Tress because like when I mentioned either of them to each other, it's just like you just tell like it's like a different love, like with Tress and your dad, man. It's great. Like I love it.
Well, I've been knowing Tress for so long, way before I even knew I was going to Ohio State.
Yeah.
So man, Tress been like I still call Tress for different situations and different reasons still to this day. Oh, yeah. Because I like the input and just what he did for me and the way he took care of me when I was away from home, man. Like my father always taught me that you got to be able to learn from a man, and I learned from that man. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was something that they were saying the same. Like it wasn't off. Like same thing Tress was saying, my pops was saying. The same thing pops was saying, Tress was saying. So like that would make me be able to believe anymore. You know what I'm saying? But man, Tress my guy, man. I do anything for Tress.
I mean, he's as good of a human being as I've ever met. He's good as it gets, brother. Yeah. Well, dude, thank you so much, man. It's great seeing you. You enjoy the rest of your day, man. Be blessed. Love you to death. I'm glad I knocked out 44 for you. I never knew that. That kind of made my day. That's my
44.
Yeah, I might put that video tip up and I'll tag you in it on Twitter. I mean, I didn't know he was talking mess to you all the time, but that made my entire day. The fact that you said that to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, you're the best, brother. I appreciate you, my man. I'll catch up with you.
All right. Love you, Kirk.